Hey, hi. Let me make sure everything is good before I get started because y'all know I hate when I get started and then we have technical difficulties. It looks like everything's a go, but I don't know. I don't know. Y'all got to tell me how. Okay, Doc said audio and visuals good. Okay, good. Because you already know what time it is. But now I can say everything. Hey, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Laborly, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
oh, okay. So anyway, y'all, today we decided to mix it up a little bit. One is because sometimes, okay, let me explain to you the right way, the proper way, okay? Because it helps with a little visual. No, I'm gonna use this real quick. It helps with a little visual to understand where I'm coming from, but you'll understand in a second. All right. So it gets a little heavy. Hold on, let me get to where I need to be first. It gets a little heavy doing these court cases. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little heavy on my soul. Sometimes a girl needs to slip out of uh that part and just get into a wet and wired Wednesday. Yes, today we are doing wet and wired. No wiretap today. We'll get back to that next week. Today we're gonna get into a wet and wired Wednesday. I got a lot to get off my chest. I got a lot to say. Um, Hopefully we'll have Doc in the building and he can give us some male insight, which will be a change in how I've been doing things as far as the wet and wired Wednesday. It'll be a major change. It'll be a beautiful change because sometimes you don't just want to hear from the female out and there go Dot. Sometimes you don't want to hear just from the female point of view. Although I'm gonna give y'all some free game tonight, honey. I'm about to give y'all some free game. Y'all better take this free game and be happy with it. But yeah, I got some things. We not even because my phone is going crazy over here. We're not even doing the commercial tonight because I want to hop into this. But I am going to say the things that I need to say really quickly. Okay. So give me a second. First things first. You can join the conversation for goodness sakes. You could call in. Hold on. Let me see what's going on over here too. You could call in. You could drop a comment. Okay. Go ahead. I see you. All right. Do your thing. You could call in. You could drop a comment. You could send a text message. I'm no longer dropping the link because some of y'all are crazy. But if you would like to call in or you would like to send a text message, the number is 443-780-5978. 443-780-5978. Now, I will advise you if you decide to call in to know that you will be live on air. So I'm not just hearing you, everybody's going to hear you. And then if you send a text message, know that I'm reading that out loud because I want my listening audience to hear that as well. And if you drop a comment, I'm also going to read your comment out loud too because same reason, pretty much. So I'll put the number back up here because tonight you might want to chime in. You might want to chime in, baby. So we're gonna talk about some things. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. I personally prefer the likes because that lets them know that we are here. And as my DJ would say, we will be here forever. Also, it is a way for me to acknowledge that you are in the building and I can say hi to you and thank you for being here. So that's really why I tell y'all to do that. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right. Anyway, check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Check out the website. Let me tell you, let me put that back on the screen for a second. Um, Let me tell you this. The website is the pathway to all things ambitiously ENT. There are some things that are about to happen. Y'all need to get ready for. So you need to go over there and make sure you stay abreast with what we got on. And Doc got on his AU Big Purse shirt tonight. He think I don't see it, but I see it. I see it, baby. I see it. Okay, y'all gonna see it in a minute too. Yeah. And you could go over there and get merch. You could go over there, listen to the radio station, listen to the podcast, or watch the podcast. You can do everything. Get the app. You can do everything over there. And note that those court cases that we read, I put those on the app. so that you can stay abreast to what we're talking about. But listen, Doc showing out the night. Hey, I see you, bro. I see you. Uh, hold on. I know what's going on up here, though. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta fix something real quick, y'all. I see what it is. I'm so mad. I'm saying all of this and y'all can't see nothing. None of the things that I'm telling y'all to look at. Hold on, let me get in here real quick so I can put this on the screen. Why is these? It was weird. I don't know what's going on. Two different screens happening real quick. Okay. So I'm gonna put the number, the call in number on the screen right now. Website on the screen right now so you can see that. Remember to hit the like button. I'll put the contact information up there a little later. But we're about to bring my boo Doc in here with his AU Big Purr shirt on. Oh, sorry. My bad. I got pumped. I
Yo,
seen that. I seen I seen that in the background. I was like, oh, Doc is showing off tonight.
oh,
What?
you seen it. You seen it. I seen it.
I synced it. I synced it. Synced. FEENT. Synced it. I synced it.
Yes. AU Big Purr. AU Big Purr.
AU Big Purr. So
Already.
AU
So
Big Purr. AU Big Purr. Listen, see Doc over there with the AU Big Purr shirt on. Tonight is going to be interesting, and like I was saying when I first started everything, the reason why it's going to be interesting because when I used to do Wet and White Wednesdays, you would only have a female perspective. And so it's going to be fun because in this situation, you'll have a bit of a male perspective as well. And I love that for
yeah.
us because I feel like it opens everybody's eyes to everybody's way of, not everybody's way of thinking, but at least some perspective of some of what some of us are thinking.
Okay.
So the title of tonight's show is Wet and No Favors Needed. Now, I specifically named it this show because sometimes, and it's funny because I don't know how we got to that subject matter that night, but last week, but in my mind it was just like, oh, we probably was reading the Dreams case, and that's how we got there somewhere along the
Okay.
lines.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, the
he be
dream is.
watching the Mac, yeah, he be watching the Mac too much, and I'm gonna be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your auntie,
He
uncle.
needed some
Like,
inspiration.
listen, he want people to join the sanctuary and some more
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But what bigger point that I was getting from when I get from these cases is there are a lot of people in this world that lack self-esteem, right?
Okay.
A lot,
Okay.
and that's no is no gender placed on that. It's just some people lack self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Women, men, it could go either way. But then you
True.
have those people who like to feed on that particular thing, right? They know
Mm-hmm.
that the person lacks low self-esteem, so they feed on it. Then they go through their little thing, it ends, whatever happens. I'm not gonna get in their business, that's none of my business, right?
Okay.
But then they get with the next person. And the problem is when you get with somebody else, you come into that situation thinking it's the same Mickey Tiki. I'm going to use BET cuss words tonight. Mickey Tiki
Easy cuss words.
scenario. They BET cuss words. The same, the same Mickey Tiki mother loving scenario that they had before. Now you dated all these other people, and a lot of these people, because a lot of people have a type, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But because you so used to that, that type of person, and you got comfortable in dating that type of person, then you get into the next situation and then you think that you got the same kind of person. Here's the problem that I have with people is that they put people in the box, and I keep telling people don't ever put me in a box, because don't get
Okay.
it twisted, this girl does not have low self-esteem. I just do what I want to do. I don't have low self-esteem. I just don't.
Okay. Okay. I'm
I'm a
following along.
rebel.
Okay.
I'm a rebel. But when you come into these situations, where you get with this person that you done put in a box because you done had all these other type of situations where you were able to do all of your shenanigans and fudgery. I'm trying to behave. It's not time yet. You bring your shenanigans with you to the next situation. So then you get to saying things like, well, you was almost my girlfriend.
Okay.
Um, or I should have put a baby in you. Or I want to put a baby in you. Um,
That falls
no.
along the same lines.
Yeah, it goes because like at that point in time, see, you're not on that end of the situation. You don't have those type of things placed on you because you're not a woman. So,
Okay.
and I hate that's where the gender situation come in, right? Because they'll think that because they did all this, dealt with all these low self-esteem, excuse me, self-esteem. I could just, oh, it was coming. It was bubbling, Doc. It was bubbling. I was
Yeah.
trying to, but all
Bowling.
these low
Bowling.
self-esteem. I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. You heard I put the BET cuss words in there.
I know. I heard it.
Mickey
I heard it.
Tiki
Mickey.
Mother Loving. That's hard. It's so hard. But because they've dealt with these type of people before and they bring this to the new situation thinking that they still got that same type of person, those things that worked on those people that they've already dealt with, they think is
Mm-hmm.
going to work on the next person.
True. True. I
Again,
would.
you're a
I would
male.
agree.
Go ahead. Go. What you was
Oh,
going to
no,
say, babe?
what you saying? The when somebody brings something from the previous relationship and they think it's going to work on the new person, that is a true thing. With that said, it's because if they
Yeah.
thought what they were doing was working, they probably going to continue thinking what they're doing is working. When that self reflection part of, well, that previous one didn't work, maybe it's because you're doing what
Right.
you're trying to do now.
Right. Right. And so with me, I spot the signs early and it's like, okay, now don't do me any favors. I do not need you to make me almost your girlfriend. I do not want to have your babies. I'm good with the one I got. Okay. Um, totally good. She's about to be 13. Free bitches. Sorry. But she's about to be 13. I don't need no new babies in my life. You feel me? I'm good. I wanna enjoy just watching her become the woman that she's supposed to become, and maybe she'll be nice enough to change her mind about making me a grandmother one day in the far future, but right now she said never.
Okay.
So but I'm not interested in that. You can't put those whatever you did to her, don't bring when you come here, wipe that slate clean.
Hmm.
Relearn how to be with somebody when you come here. I'm not saying you got to have the answers already because you don't, because nobody knows who really, how to deal with certain people. But be open minded enough to learn
True, true. I agree. Be open minded enough to learn. And
how to deal with the next person. Don't bring that nonsense that you had over here. I don't want nothing she had. Nothing.
mm,
And then
I,
you don't
oh,
pay attention to what you was gonna say, babe. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the misconceptions too, though, hearing what you're saying is sometimes that quote unquote nonsense that that person is bringing, it may not be nonsense. It just be who they are too, and that can be the problem because they have not even changed themselves to understand that the reason you keep having these unfortunate or failed relationships because the way you operate doesn't fit with your partner. So I get when you say don't bring it because think about it. Anything that you don't appreciate and like that can be considered nonsense. But that
Right.
person, that may just be part of their makeup, who they are. So that's always that weird balance. But
It is.
as
It
adults
is.
and real people, those are things that should be discussed.
Right.
So either it can
But
be
then the problem is oh, and I'm glad because that's in
oh
my
wait, you got cards? You got
yes, because
notes?
I had some things I wanted to discuss. This is the first time I'm
Oh,
gonna have a male perspective on the Wet and Wild Wednesday. So yes, and usually I take notes for a Wet and Wild Wednesday anyway because it's
okay.
organized. Like I have like
Well,
these
I don't
organized.
have any notes, so everything I say is gonna be freestyle and
Nah,
off
but I
my
didn't want
mind.
you to have no. I just wanted you to give your natural, honest perspective.
Okay.
Which leads us segues into what we were just talking about. And people, well, one is I wanted to elaborate on something you just said. Maybe that's just how they are. They would be called a narcissist. They have a title.
Mm-hmm. I want to be. I have a medical background, and I understand how it works when people like to label people things, but they're in the DSMV. There is actual diagnosis what makes people mean these things.
I know my mother is a mental health. My mother is right now a mental health counselor. She does this every day. Cool. That's a fucking narcissist.
I take.
I'm not going candy coat. I don't do that. Is what it is.
I have.
When you come over here, you was almost my girlfriend. That's a fucking narcissist. I'm gonna put a baby in you. Like that's all I want in life. That's a fucking narcissist.
I'm going to present this in the terms that I think the average person would say it. So what you stated was something that I could agree with, that when people do things like that, they could be labeled that by the average person that they are interacting with in sense of a relationship. But I want to steer clear to say this is nothing medically diagnosed.
Don't make me go get the book.
I'm just saying. I don't know this person.
Make me go get the book.
Look, I don't know this person or these
and
people.
I will go get the book. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get the book. Look, I don't need the book. I know where to get the book. But
look, I'm trying to be
again. My mother does this every day for a living. This is her job. This is how she makes her money, and she makes me learn things that I do not want to learn all the time. That's a fucking narcissist. When you coming at me on that type tip, don't bring your narcissist red flag. Hold on. Don't bring your narcissist red flag. He ain't saying it. I'm saying it. Fuck. Okay. He don't speak for me.
I want to be careful.
Don't bring your narcissistic. He not speaking for me. I'm speaking for me. And what I say doesn't necessarily reflect on the views of Ambitiously Entertainment. So we can get that out the way real quick. This small disclaimer. I'm saying Kat Lee is saying that's a fucking narcissist. Don't bring your narcissistic red flag ass over here. I don't have time for the toxic drama. And you're not gonna make me feel you're gonna get mad. It's gonna make you angry. And that's how I know it's narcissism when you do shit like that. Because when you get mad at me because I don't let it just ride and I don't just take whatever you want me to take. Yeah. Don't bring that shit over here. Cat does what Cat wants to do. That's the lovely thing about being a feline. Is that we just do what the fuck we want to do and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, having them extra 9 lives comes in handy.
I agree with you. My Harley's is in prison, but I'm still a cat. All my bitches is in prison. All right, I ain't forget that shit. I'm hurt about this part. But that part that you were saying segues to the next part of what I wanted to say, which is communication. What do you feel is the key to communication?
All right, my honest opinion, the key to communication is honesty. When there is levels to this, and I want people to go back a little bit in their minds to when you were young. Honesty is one thing of embarrassment, and honesty is another. What was that?
My phone. Go ahead. We listening.
Oh, I was saying honesty is one thing of embarrassment, and when you're younger, that level of honesty is part of embarrassment and understanding that either you're going to be embarrassed or you've disappointed somebody who had such a high regard to you, which is particularly probably your parents.
Right.
But if that's the first understanding of honesty that you ever have, when you move into young adulthood and you start developing and wanting to get into relationships, there's always still that balance of this person makes me feel this way. But if I tell them certain things that are outside of the quote unquote norm for everybody else that is also going through the same stages of life that we are they going to look at me any different? And when you're younger, that weighs way more heavier on you. Now, move forward in life.
So is that why you think people wind up cheating? Is that why you think people wind up cheating on people and then just won't be honest about it?
Yes, 100%.
You think that's really the reason?
To me, yeah. Well,
Okay.
and
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
there's kind of a slight divide between this because um, if we're talking from a man cheating perspective, it is the variety that a man generally would want to have, especially if they've already attained the one woman. Then they say, "All right, I already got this one.
Uh-huh.
This is one on lock. I still want to
Right.
experience a lot of other things." But the way we live
Right.
in, the way society is structured, they don't feel
Right.
honest enough or truthful enough or have the gumption enough to say, "Hey, I would like to do this." But also because
Right.
of the society we live in, that is not, if a woman does accept that, then she is put to a different realm of life, which majority of, in my opinion, disclaimer, majority of
Uh-huh.
women don't want to have to share that person. But and that's
Right.
also why a man will do it and not tell it because he can't be honest because embarrassment,
Right.
shame, or he's going to hold me at a low regard. And also, the woman doesn't
Right.
want that same thing on her side.
Right. So I got that. That's wonderful. I'm glad all of see that's what I'm saying. Male perspective is good. Um. So I'm gonna pose a scenario, right?
Okay.
I'm posing this scenario. I'm gonna just say this. I'm posing this scenario, and I'm changing some things, but it's let's just say it's a real life scenario. So let's just say you meet a young lady, right? You find her
Okay.
very attractive. Y'all doing what y'all do. Ain't no real commitment there, but you know, y'all getting close to it, right? And
Okay.
so then she turns to you and she said, "Oh no, then you make it clear what kind of situation you want with her. Like, y'all banging, y'all rocking off, right? Um, and then she turns to you while y'all having this conversation about what level of commitment y'all gonna have. And she says, "Well, we can do a relationship, but I would prefer to have an open relationship. And the
Mhm.
reason why I prefer to have that open relationship is not for me because I want to see other people, but in the event that
Mhm.
because you just said some men, you know what I mean, some men
Mhm.
want the variety. In the event that you decide that you want the variety
Mhm.
and you do what you do or whatever, I could just be like, all right, cool, because I already know what the situation is. And then maybe we can, because we got to understand it. But if
Mhm.
by chance I ever do, you have to understand like I understand. How would you feel about that?
Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into, if this was communicated in the beginning, then this is what we understand what we are doing.
Right,
If it's not a monogamous relationship and we both agree that we are together and we still can do the things that spike our interests or
right,
other partners that we want to have, but if it's a real adult discussion, then that makes sense to me personally.
right, right. Okay.
I can
Just
then flip it away too, that
okay.
I would not have been in that mind frame the younger me, because the younger
Right.
me, based upon being a male, that doesn't make sense, because if I won you, I won you, which comes to the scary kind of little
Mhm.
line though. If I won you, I have you. If I have you, and this is the bad part, I own you.
I don't
Why?
want to share you with nobody else.
Yes. And that's to me a fair thing, because younger me would think more like that.
Right.
Older me thinks, no, no, if me and this other adult person had this conversation, she
Right.
said, well, I said this and then she said that, I'm also being, I don't want to use the word naive, but hopeful, thinking that I'm probably one that would have the opportunities to do it, and she probably would never get that opportunity to do it, so she won't do it. And because I've already preloaded her with the idea that if I do it, boom, and she just thinks she has the ability to, but she probably won't because also she's a woman, then we good. Because even if I do it, she could say, "You gave me the opportunity," but she probably won't, because once again, if you've agreed with me on this deal, I'm also going to the male ego, the male mind. As a
Uh-huh.
woman, she probably
Uh-huh.
won't do it. And if she does do it, it's just because I did it. So,
I'll say this. I will say this. When it comes to cheating, women are more emotional cheaters than they are just because it's their cheaters, right?
mhm.
Um,
I would agree.
I'm a horrible cheater, so I don't do the cheating thing. I just prefer to like, all right, let's just end this shit. I'm a detacher, not a cheater.
Okay.
I will detach myself real quick. I'm detached from you. I don't fuck with you, and then I'm gonna act like I don't know you. But
Okay.
um,
Fair.
when it comes to this free game, don't y'all ever in y'all I could cuss right now, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Don't y'all ever in y'all motherfucking minds think this is for the fellas only. Don't y'all ever in y'all motherfucking minds think that she can't or she won't, because she will.
No, I don't doubt that.
She will. I asked you that scenario because in my past dating experiences, I did pose that to somebody, and the first thing he said, that's why I love how you explained that, but you gave me both. You played devil's advocate a little bit. What
Mm-hmm.
he said to me was, I don't want to share my woman with nobody else. That's why I was like, okay, all right, yep, that makes sense. But yet and still, he went and shared himself with other people also. You know what I'm saying? And that's like some selfish ass shit if you think
I
about it.
mean,
Like, so we could have just stayed in the we could have had the open relationship and not a what was supposed to be a monogamous relationship. We could have just stayed in what I said, and
well,
we would have been fine.
well, think about it like this too. On the men's side of things, is that we want all the women,
Can't have all the women,
but
and all the
we
women
want.
don't want y'all. And all the women don't want y'all in the way that y'all think that they want y'all. This it's a reason. It be reasons behind it. Now then you find the one woman that wants you regardless of whatever, you know what I mean? And then you go fuck her over. That's stupid.
But she wants you regardless of anything, and that's kind of how a man would see it. If a woman comes along that wants him regardless of anything, then the man is thinking she's gonna want me regardless of anything. So even
And
regardless
she
of
gonna
if I
stay
say, hey,
regardless of anything. And so you meet a bitch like me and she detached because I'm good at that. I told you. My it scares me how good I am at detachment. So it's just like that's again that box that you should never put a person in. That goes to the bigger
well,
point. Don't put me in the box because you don't know my thought process.
this goes to what you said, communication. That's also honesty, because if you are connected to somebody, you say, so these scenarios, these situations, if they were to happen, what would you do? Because then that would be that person asking you for your honesty.
Right,
Because then
right,
this is the catch with that. Your honesty can lead to, if you
right,
like this person, now you have to be honest and tell them, if you do this, I'm not going to be with you, even though I want to be with you. So, but does your
right.
honesty let you do that? Or does your honesty say, oh, I could think about it. When we come to that bridge, we'll cross it? That's not the real honesty, because your honesty is no, if I'm not the one,
That's
then
never
I'm
my
not at
honesty.
all.
I like to rip my shit off with like a band-aid. Rip that shit
I,
off.
there you go.
No, that's not my honesty.
So that's what I'm saying. No, if they
But
came to
I
you
just
and said that question,
yeah. I think that even though I also think this though. Let me be real
okay,
with you. What you just said about honesty. You could be honest with a person and the person to hear what they want to hear anyway.
that is true. That is
So
100%
you could
true.
be the most honest with a person. Yeah, like you could be the most honest with a person, but because they want what they want so bad, they just hear what they want to hear, and it don't even matter what you are saying. They just it's
Mhm.
what they want, and that's how they want it, and that's it. Problem with that is that it's two people involved in the situation.
True.
So it can never be just what you want and how you want it, and that's it.
That's where the word
So now
compromise
you're
comes.
asking somebody,
I think that's where the
what
word
you say?
compromise comes. Compromise.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know how to compromise. You know what I'm saying? Like we grown, we can be real about it. I can compromise. Again, I tried to compromise myself. I just told you what I said. That was a compromise. Like, all right, you want to do you because you got a penis.
But well, no, so this is a thing about compromise too.
But if I
Compromise.
ever
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead, I was gonna say,
Oh,
but if I ever, you can't be whining and crying and bitching and acting crazy because I did because we have the understanding of how that goes. Not to say that I want to, but if I did, you gotta be just as understanding as I am for the shit that you doing.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
compromise.
that's not really compromise. But what you just said, I'll give you a prime example. What you just said. In their mind, when you say that, they're also assuming because if you didn't want to, you wouldn't. But I told you I want to. And to me,
Nah,
that's
but see, that's the
the big
thing. In the scenario, see, you changing around. That was never said that I want to. That was said
no.
on my part, so that just in case you do want to and you're not telling me that you want to, I can let you know what it is. If you decide to go out there and do your dirt and you got your little harem of
But
bitches,
hold on. We're basing this
huh?
off of the
That's
actual
what an open
conversation that
relationship is.
no, but
Huh?
are we basing this off the conversation that they both had a real honest conversation?
Yes. I'm basing
So
this off of some real life shit.
okay,
I
so
said it.
okay, so but
I
then this
said
is
it.
my question here. This is my
Huh?
question. If you said it
Uh-huh.
in your mind, you said,
I
I
said
don't
I want an
want to.
open relationship. I said I want an open relationship. This is what I said. This
Was
is
it
exactly
in
how I said it
was it
because I don't
was it
pussyfoot.
in was it in response to what the man
It
initially
wasn't in
asked?
response to nothing. We
Oh,
was talking
you
about,
initiated the conversation with
yeah,
this.
we were having, no, let me tell you. We were having a conversation about where the next level was,
Okay.
right? What that, what that looks like. I
Okay.
say, well, if I have my way, then we could just have an open relationship. That way, whatever happens, we still together. It's just, shit happens. So
Okay.
that's not to say that I want to be with somebody else. That's just to say that if by chance you step out, I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta understand it, you gotta understand it. This motherfucker turned to me and said, I don't want to share my woman with nobody.
Which is understandable.
It is understandable, but at the
Would you say
same
the same
time,
thing?
don't tell me at that point that you want a monogamous relationship and you can't be monogamous. Just take the open fucking relationship.
Oh, wait, hold up. Now I'm kind of adding in because you added it. I did not know that it was spoken to be in a monogamous relationship, though. That changes everything. Because
No,
I'll be fair.
I said I wanted an open relationship
Mhm.
because that'll save me from some heartache. This motherfucker, not me. This motherfucker said, I don't want to share my woman with nobody. So now we supposed to be in a monogamous relationship. And guess what? We not
Yeah,
in a monogamous relationship because you fucking
no,
everybody else.
and to be honest, yeah.
Meanwhile, Cat ain't fucking nobody.
But and
Meanwhile,
that's
Cat is being a good girl.
that's the
But
thing.
that's that rip the band-aid off shit. That's the honesty. That's where the honest part comes in. I was honest, you were not.
Well, there's two things I want to make sure I get out a chance to ask. Was
All
it
right.
your honesty or what you just felt to protect yourself? You did.
No, it was my honesty. I mean,
So
not that I at the time wanted to mess with anybody else, but I had options. And I cut all them options off just to be in a monogamous relationship with him.
So, and that's what I'm trying to get to. It's not something that you wanted to do. You just want to make sure that, hey, if you do this, I'm protected because I can do it too. And we both agreed that we could do it. But then he threw the big joker down and said, nah, I don't want to share my home with nobody. But if this is me on your side, you could argue, well, what makes you think I want to share my man with somebody?
No, I didn't even say that. He said, I don't want to share my woman with nobody. I want a monogamous I want my woman to be my woman.
And then
It wasn't even like, what makes you think I want to share, because I wanted the open relationship. So, so that meant that whatever I wanted to do, I could do.
and maybe, and this gonna be I like if any man is watching this, I'm sorry. There's a part of me that thinks that sometimes dudes don't understand what a monogamous relationship is. I think they really mean to say, I want a one-sided relationship that's open on my end and closed on your end. But that would be an
That's
honorable
what
and
they really mean to say. And
but
then,
this
but
is
they
fucked
not
up.
going to say that because they know the chick going to be like, what the is wrong with you?
And what did I say about the honesty part back in the beginning? Embarrassment, uncomfortableness, let down somebody. They had high regards for you. It's the
You
same
could do
thing. It's the feeling of.
you could
That's
do what
all it
you
would be.
want to do, but I can't do what I want to do. You can do what you want, but I can't do what I want. No, I don't. That's one thing. That's a pet peeve of mine too. I cannot be in a one-sided relationship. It can't be what all about you and what you want and your wants and needs, and my shit ain't being met. Like that's never gonna work.
Well,
That's never gonna fly
that was
on
the other
my
part.
end.
The other part I kept talking about was compromise. The reason compromise is so
Right.
hard because a real compromise means that something that you really, really wanted, you probably got to give it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because a fair compromise
Mm-hmm.
also means something that the other person wanted, they really, really got to give it up. That's a real compromise. But
Mm-hmm.
being for real, that's the thing that people don't do. They'll say they'll compromise, and then
Mm-hmm.
no, what they're really saying is, I'm gonna tolerate it till I can't tolerate it no more. And that
Mm.
goes on both sides.
It
A
does.
man compromise to a woman and a woman's compromise to a man is going to be the same
Mm-hmm.
thing of, no, I want to tolerate this till I can't tolerate it no more. And then, like you
Right.
say, rip the band-aid off because it's
Yeah.
not really, I want to give this up, but this is what I'm
If
assuming.
it's honest, if it's honesty there, then you don't really have to give anything up. You just compromise, like you said. If you
But
honest
no,
about what it is that you
all right,
go ahead.
let me flip it this way. Compromise does mean you're going to lose. Does that make
Maybe,
sense? No, it's,
maybe.
when you compromise, you lost something that you full-heartedly wanted to be. You have to lose that. That's a real compromise. You lost it. But a real compromise means that other person actually lost something too. That's why I said that when people say they compromise,
So,
no. What
all
people
right,
really do is tolerate something until they can't tolerate it no more.
no, cause see, and that's just that scenario I just gave you, right? The compromise would have been the open relationship, and we both would have did what we wanted to do. That was the
So y'all would,
compromise. Nobody lost anything. He still had his holes, and if I wanted to have a hoe of a nigga, what I would call a hoe, but it wouldn't be a hoe because it's a man. If I wanted to have another man, then I could. That's the compromise. We are not losing. Everybody's
okay.
winning.
Let me tell you why. He lost his one
What we
monogamous
losing?
woman. He lost his one monogamous woman because you could potentially exercise your ability to keep it open. You lost your monogamous man because he does want to exercise his ability to keep it open. But it's not neither thing that y'all really wanted. He really wanted,
I'm not
I have my
losing nothing
monogamous woman
because
that's
I
with me.
don't want to. I want to keep it open. I'm not losing anything. I'm winning. I'm not losing because I'm getting what I want. Maybe he is losing the monogamy, the monogamous girl, whatever. But I'm not losing at all. So it's not a compromise for me.
No,
I mean, I guess it's not a compromise for me because I'm winning. And really, to be honest, you want what you want, so you're not losing nothing because you got a gang of hoes.
so you
You
wanted
winning,
more.
and you
You
still
wanted
got
more
your
than just
chick,
one.
and you don't know that she gonna go cheat on you. What you know is that if she ever chooses to do so, that you can't be mad about it. You're not losing nothing.
He lost the monogamy because if she goes to do it, that means, damn it, I thought it was open only on my side, and she used her power and she did it because she had niggas in queue,
But then I don't agree to the situation,
and that's why a
and that's
compromise,
why he
a
didn't.
real
But now
compromise, hurt.
you lost. Now, but here's where the compromise fuck with a what you think is a compromise fucked you over because now you got her. I don't want to share you with another man. I want you to myself. You go cheat and you lost her forever. Now you lost. You really lost. So
Wait, hold on, slow down real quick. How did he go cheat if it was open?
I want because you weren't listening all the way. I wanted the open relationship. He
Mm-hmm.
did not. He did
Mm-hmm.
not want to share me with somebody. The thought of sharing me with somebody else, he didn't want. He wasn't feeling it. We
But
got
let
into
him
a
make you feel it.
relationship. It was supposed to be a monogamous relationship because he didn't do what I wanted him to do, which was have the open relationship. Right. So now we're
Okay.
in a relationship. We spend many years together, and
Mm-hmm.
then you go cheat. Now you might got the other little shorty who is probably an airhead ditz dummy bitch, but you lost the one that you said you really wanted
Well,
because you didn't take the open relationship. You lost her.
oh, okay.
You didn't.
So
You decided you wanted monogamy. So you
Oh,
lost the chick that you had the open
so
relation. You could have had
so
a open relationship with,
and this
and
this is
still
this
did your thing
and this is what happened.
because you wanted to
You,
be in a monogamous relation. Well, you wanted
yeah,
her to be in a monogamous relationship. Then she found out you
exactly.
fucking around.
So that's what I said. He did not honor and probably used the wrong word, but he was not willing to give up a part that he really needed to if he really wanted what he wanted. But it wasn't the same thing. It was like, here's a spoonful of sugar, but then here's a spoonful of vinegar. Sugar would have been, hey, we're in an open relationship. Oh, everything's fucking sweet. Vinegar,
Vinegar
hey,
is
I can do it too, though. I can do it
right.
too, though.
Well, what I say to that is you gotta. I'll say this at the end. I'm gonna say it at the end of this show. Pick and choose your battles wisely.
For real. For real.
Pick and choose your battles wisely. So, I'm quite sure you had a situation or two, a time in your life, not a
Uh,
relationship, a situationship.
yes.
Which would you prefer, a situationship or a relationship?
Ah,
Hard question.
that's a that's an interesting one. At the current situation that I'm in right now, I would probably prefer a situationship.
Mm-hmm,
I am older in age. I've experienced a lot of things. I know a lot of things, unfortunately.
mm-hmm,
I balance between the way I grew up and was raised, which
mm-hmm,
we can label it as bad things of this era, of this time, but
mm-hmm.
there's a value to them that I do understand because there's a other thing that I see with the people I share the same gender with that they do that I'm like, you do my shit, you'll get wins compared to the shit that y'all do.
Right,
But it's me being older though. It's me being
right,
older.
right,
Um, the relationship part is the way I was raised. I'm responsible for the woman. How she needs to be taken care of. I do carry a heavy weight with that in my mind.
right.
It goes to the same way you kind of said, rip the band-aid off. A situationship to me, I don't mind ripping that band-aid off.
Right.
I'm not overly invested to where no, if you're upset about something, I haven't intertwined my full life with you. I haven't intertwined a bunch of things with you. So
Right.
going away, stepping away, ripping that band-aid off as my age is easier. And also because I've had a bunch of relationships, a bunch of long-term relationships that I know that generally the person I am, the status that I have, everything will fall into place where I'm not saying I would probably enjoy another long-term relationship, but I know a
Mhm.
situation will generally always pop up again. And
Right.
me being honest, that is almost something I think I can live with though.
Right. Um, I think for me, I mean, I again, y'all hear me say this a lot. I want to be the old grandmother with my partner, and we put the kids the fuck out, and we go be nasty, and we say fuck them kids until the next day when they come back or whatever. Fuck them grandkids until the next day when they come over. But our time is our time. So I do. I think you know. Eventually, I do. But I've been single now for 3 years, right?
Mhm.
Um, maybe 2 years now. And I think the longer that I stay single, the less tolerance that I have for people's bullshit.
Self peace is an interesting thing.
It is. It's crazy. And I don't think people understand that. And I think that's another reason why, well, you almost was my girlfriend. Like,
Well,
who told you I wanted to be that? Because the longer that I stay single, the longer I get complacent in my solitude,
yeah,
if that
that,
makes sense. And
that
so,
is
go ahead.
no. I'm like no. That's an honest and fair statement.
Yeah.
So let me.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So the longer I stay single, the longer I'm in my solitude. I get comfortable in my solitude. I'm a Libra, so I'm naturally like to be alone anyway. Like I keep telling people this. I'm the type of person that I want to be alone, but I want to be alone with somebody, meaning we don't have to be in each other's face 24/7. I can't. That's too much for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I need my own time. I need time to process, unpack, unwind, debrief. I need that. I could go outside and I'm very social. One would say I'm a social butterfly, but only but for so long, and then I need to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to relationships, I find that it's very hard for me to find somebody that can understand that, because if I'm not in their face, then they like, well, why you not? And you and then. Now, when you're in a situationship, I agree with you. It's less explaining.
Yeah.
It's way less explaining. I don't have to explain to you why I want to be alone. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to explain to you that there's nobody around. I just want to be the fuck alone. You feel me?
Yeah. No,
I don't have to. Yeah, and the responsibility thing too is very true. It's very
well,
true. When you're in a
and
relationship,
that's
you're
what I want to
responsible.
speak on. The way I was raised is I'm responsible. I'm the man. I take care of things.
The provider.
Yeah, but that
Right.
gets into this. There's how I want to say this. There's this weird thing, in my opinion, just strictly my opinion, that
Uh-huh.
is going on right now that started a long time ago, but
Mm-hmm.
it was always kind of there. Like, if you grew up in a certain type of household and the mom did all these things, but then this dude shows up and tries to control these things, there's this thing of, but then you see her kind of change the way the power structure is and was, but you've always been told that these are the things you're supposed to do, but you've seen this person do it already. It makes
Right.
it, to me, interesting relationships, because in relationships, I'm a person, I will communicate. I will say, what's going on, what's happening, da da da. But
Right.
I will also be honest and say that a lot of the women,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, "Why are you asking me this?" Because honestly, I do believe, and I can say attest to this with talking to my homies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ask any of the women they interact with shit. Really, it's
And that
more of, I'm gonna tell you if you don't do. But also, there's some weird shit about that because I've seen it growing up. There's like, I think certain women in my family would have been more comfortable if a dude did ask. And
right.
some of them, they wouldn't give a fuck if the dude did ask or didn't.
Because
But
Doc, you is on tonight, baby. That gets to my next point. What you think a person wants and what they really want are not the same thing. You can't, everybody has, God has given us free will. Everybody
mhm,
has their own thought process. So if you ask, then you know. I'm big on that. Like, I think that people have a issue with communication. That's a big thing. That's like a a deal breaker in all relationships because of the lack of communication. Because
but
you're not communicating with the person and you just assuming, and this is how it's going to be. This is what I want, and you want this too because
mhm,
this is what I want. It's one sided. You're not communicating now. Both one party is happy, I guess, because they're getting what they want, and the other party is supposed to be miserable. That's stupid to me.
goes back to what I'm saying. Look, I'm medically trained. I did mental health counseling. I've done all these things. I grew up in a certain situation in certain childhood. A lot of this does stem from the way we grew up about what you
Right,
can ask, what you, because even me and you, it's so funny because the thing that we talk about so much is don't ask that question. I get popped. I'm like, I used to get popped too, but I'm still gonna ask the question because once I figured out adults aren't as smart as when we were kids as they was,
right,
then I became a whole different person. But
right,
also my attitude about that made me a certain way in life. But
right,
I do come across people that do honor the way you talk about it too. But I'm like, but if you knew, why didn't you say something? But then that plays a part of me of like, when people communicate, what is the truth? And I
right,
said, the problem with the truth is if people know if they tell you their truth, they may be embarrassed about it, they may
right,
feel ashamed about it, they have probably been ridiculed about it.
right,
All these things are true, and that generally stem from how you grew up.
right,
Your parents dictated a lot of things which you thought was right, wrong, and even when you had your own ideas.
right,
It's just the way it unfortunately is. The great thing now is when you're an adult, you don't have to answer to anybody else.
Right.
You generally choose the people that are going to hopefully, and when I say hopefully, I mean it's less of the men that will ask these questions, more of the women that will ask this question. If a question gets asked, somebody is expecting an answer, especially if you ask them a question.
Right.
Your choice is to either answer it, and how honest are you going to be about your answer and your response?
Right. I don't think they like me because I'm gonna answer it honestly. If I don't want to be with you, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. And that's just what it is. I had somebody tell me recently, because I asked them a question about why they was doing things the way they were doing things, because it was weird to me, because several months prior to this, the top of the year, we were beefing. You didn't want to talk to me. Now you want to see me. You know what I'm saying? So, well, like, what is it that makes you want to be in my presence? Now, I'm asking this question because I want to know. I really want to know. And also, I ask questions not only to find out what you got going on with you, but to find out what it is about me. What is it about me that I reflect a lot on myself? That's why when somebody try to tell, well, let me tell you about yourself, you can never tell me nothing about myself that I don't already think about. I'm an overthinker. This is what I do. I sit in my shit. What do you think I do in my solitude? I'm thinking. I'm thinking about how I could do things differently in life. What am I what maybe I need to change my demeanor, but I don't need you coming to tell me about me. Tell me about you.
Yeah, no, and
so
one thing.
The person, anyway, we go into this little. So I'm asking questions, but see, because you don't understand why I'm asking the question, now you zapping out, acting stupid, and you just didn't want to see me, bitch. If I didn't want to see you, then I just say no.
Exactly.
I don't gotta open my fucking door. I don't have to answer my fucking phone. I'm not scared of nobody. I just say fucking no. What you gonna do? Punch me in my mouth? You gonna fuck around and find out too. No, I just say no. I ask questions, and I because you, if you don't ask questions, then you don't know.
Exactly. That's my biggest thing. I'm to my core, I'm a person that wants to know a lot of things. I read the whole encyclopedia. I read articles every day. I look at stuff, and it is a broad band of things. But the one thing that I've noticed in my life, I can bother people just by asking them, "What are you thinking about?" or "Why did you do this?"
or "Why are you doing?" Like, what made you
do it this way?
Right.
Yo, that's to me.
But that's not just you. That's like it's like in this day and age, if you ask a question, people get angry. Like, and if it's a serious, it's a question about anything reflected upon your relationship, not that you in a relationship, but your relationship to them, in context to them. Like, why we was just beefing in April. Why are you calling me in July trying to link up with me? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure that out.
Yes.
So
no,
you get mad at me because I asked the question.
I will watch people and understand people, but I'm also honest about that. Why you asking me that? Because that's generally the first thing they'll do. If you ask them a question, why are you asking me that?
And so now I'm telling you, I'm asking you because I need to know. I'm trying to figure some things out for me. Need to know. Mentally.
I'm trying to figure out something. I'll be honest, I'm trying to figure out how your mind works, because I already know you're probably not going to tell me. I already know that when I ask a question, you're not going to give me, well, I go back to the honesty thing. You're not going to give me the honest answer. You're going to give me the answer that you think is comfortable for me, or you're going to give me the answer that, or you're going to try to distract me and, no, I'm asking this because I'm trying, and also, look, I'm a future thinker too.
Right.
What I think you did here, not saying you're going to do it again, but I at least need to know that's your option that you can exercise because you've already experienced and did it before. I just want to see what you potentially could do in the future. So I'm mapping out everything. That is how my mind works.
In my head is a calculate. I'm the one sign that is the machine. You know what I'm saying? I'm the scale.
Yeah. Trying to balance out everything.
So I try to balance out every fucking thing. And just because you don't understand what I'm trying to figure out in here does not mean that you should be zapping out and acting the plumb fool because I'm fucking trying to figure some shit out. I need to calculate the shit.
Exactly. No, and a lot of people don't. This is my question to you. Do you ever think it's weird when you interact with people, particularly your dude or any situation when they never ask you anything about what you're thinking?
Right.
I
All
always
the
find that
time.
weird because
All the fucking time.
because in my head I always said like, am I weird because I really want to know what they're thinking, and I'm already going to assume they're going to lie. But I notice like they never ask what I'm thinking, and maybe because I tell the truth of what I'm thinking all the time, or I say, "Hey, boom, 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 boom,
I might
boom."
hit you with a penny for your thoughts. That mean I really want to know what you thinking. But if you never asking me what I got on my mind, that's a red flag. What the fuck?
Well, I don't. Would you say it's a red flag because you think they don't care, or you think it's a red flag because
It's definitely a red flag because I feel like they don't give a shit. Because they only worried about what they got. Like, but you can't be in a situation if both of y'all like communication again. You if you not asking me what I'm thinking about, what I got going on my mind, like then you don't give a shit what I'm thinking about. You don't give a shit about none of that. All you give a shit about is what you got going on and how you want things to be and how it's supposed to. And no, I can't subscribe to that. I can't. Because I'm the type of person I'm gonna ask you what you're thinking about, or I'm gonna ask you how you feel about something, or I'm gonna, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna ask these questions because I need to know.
I'll do you one better. I need to know because if I'm going to be connected to you, part of this, or support you, I need to understand where I can fill in the gaps, where I need to be, how I need to say it, or if I think of something that you didn't think of, hey, I
Maybe
think
I can
you
help you with something.
exactly.
The fuck. I I get frustrated. I don't talk about it. I try to keep it, you know, I mean, like, this is why I'm good in my solitude. This is why I'm saying I need to, if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody, it got to be somebody who understands that I want to be alone, but I want to be alone with somebody, that we don't have to be sitting in each other's face 24, even if we live together. You got your space, your little man cave. I got my little studio because I always will have a studio in my mind and opinion. Uh, and you and your man cave, I'm or whatever you call it, whatever it's going to be, and I'm in my little joint, and we cool, and then we convene later on in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But these questions that I ask you, if I ask you a question, I'm asking for a reason. It's not just because you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know. I need to find out what's going on, how we gonna move forward. Is this something that I could keep doing? Are you somebody that I could keep being around without wanting to punch you in your fucking face?
Good question.
Like,
I want. Oh, good.
is this something that's feasible to work out for the for future? You know what I mean? Like, can we keep this thing going, or is this some bullshit and we need to
Do
cut
you
it
not
short
think
right
that's
now?
weird if the conversation on that point is only one sided though?
But see, you notice everything I said in those questions is we. Can we?
Oh, ooh, I've been in situations where a woman would be like, I. And I would actually point it, I'm like, hey, you ever thought about this? When and that'll be the one time I'll say it, talk about something, I always say we, but
Then you selfish.
when you talk about something, it's always I feel,
I.
I need,
I.
I have, I didn't, I could,
Right.
I.
No.
But to me, and this is also how I think too,
Right.
words have meanings. And you can flex
They
them, you
do.
can flip them, and you can slang them. But
Right.
when I think people are talking naturally and comfortably, when they say certain things, it actually shows how their inner self, their subconscious mind is actually calculating things.
Mm-hmm.
Only certain people actually pay attention. Like I'm fortunate because I pay attention to this all the time. And that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of the reason that I'm like, interesting. And that's when
Right.
you look, why are you looking like that? You said something I found interesting. I would say
Right.
that. But that's also they asked me a question and I gave them an answer. But then
Right.
it also triggers me in mind like they don't even care why it's interesting.
Right. Why is
They don't
that
even
would be
care
my
who I think
what's
they are.
interesting? Well, my next question would be, well, what did I say that was interesting, and what was
That would
interesting?
be a fit. Nope. I can tell you many a times where that's interesting. And it's like, okay, you don't
No,
care.
no, okay. I need to dig deeper. See, that's
Nope,
my problem. I
nope,
think
nope,
that's
nope,
why
nope,
my
nope, nope.
relationships don't.
Also because I'll say this truthfully, Also, because I think sometimes they kind of know if they dig deeper, it's going to be something about them that they may or may not want to hear, or it will bring them to thoughts that they don't want to have to deal with. And not saying they're bad thoughts or good thoughts. It puts them
Mhm.
in a reality of the present space, present time
That
of
they am.
you are here now.
Mm.
You are
You're
you now.
right. You're right. You're right. Because that's real talk. I'm me. I'm inquisitive. I want to know. So I said something that was interesting. What did I say that was interesting? And then what was interesting about it? Because then I want to. I'm a very naturally. I'm a detective. I need to know. I need to know. You see how nosy I am on a
Yeah.
regular basis. I'm nosy all day. So if somebody, this is pertaining to me now, or something that's connected to me, I need to fucking know. And I swear, I promise you, like, but they'll make you feel crazy because you want to know. Like you,
Mm, see, I don't ever feel crazy because I want to know. I just realize like people are different, and to me,
maybe,
it's all how I grew up too. I was the one kid
right?
that would challenge the things, especially the way you're different with it. Like you just like, no, I didn't want to be in trouble no more. Half the time I was in trouble, it wasn't because I was bad. It was because
It's
I
only but so
realized
many
things
ass
about
whippings
them.
I was going to take that.
Huh?
It was only but so many ass whippings I was going to take that.
I didn't care.
I did.
I didn't care. I didn't care because to
Try
me,
to get my ass
look,
whipped.
you want to be honest and tell the truth. Because talk about why you asking these questions. We told you, you just do it. I'm like, this isn't right. And look,
Mm-mm.
let me look. My little smart ass. I'll go get a book. I'll pull up a newspaper. You lie, but it's and that's the other thing though that I understand. Like violence, and I don't want to drift into some negative stuff, but violence is a
Mhm,
thing that I fully understand it and I know how it exists. But that's also
mhm.
the reason I'm like, what is the issue? If I could prove it to you that you're wrong, then now it just becomes your
Why am
ego.
I getting in trouble?
Yeah, why am I getting in trouble? Because after
Why
that,
am I getting in trouble?
it becomes your ego, your position as the parent, your position as an adult. But when I realized adults weren't right,
Mhm.
the person I am made it worse with them for me. But it worked perfectly in the world I live in because majority of people that know me know he'll tell you what it is. You question it, he'll prove it to you. Or if and I'm careful about what are my thoughts compared to what
Right,
are things that are real.
right,
And
right.
that's a throwback to the beginning of the show. What are my thoughts compared to what things that are real? I'm like, I get what you're saying, and I understand how people talk about it,
No,
but I gotta
I
be
clarified that that was what the fuck Cat said. Nothing to do with that.
yeah.
Nothing to do with the show. Cat said you're a fucking narcissist and you're fucking red flag demon. Cat said that. Um, but my thing is though, one thing I don't do with my daughter, and which is different from the way I grew up, is like I always let her express herself to me, her thought process, what she thinking at the time that she do something. Well, she don't do shit because she's a pretty good kid, but if something arose, then we gonna have a conversation, and I'm
Mhm.
not automatically gonna tell she because I could be wrong. I might have said something and forgot that I said it, and she remembered that I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Whoa, people with good memories are some of the worst people to deal with.
she don't really got good memory because she forget a lot of shit. I'm just saying she's a
I'm a,
Capricorn.
I'm a person with
Um,
good memory, so
but she is one of those type of people though. Like, if she, I, I will say she is in that sense. Like, if it's the truth, then it's the truth. And
mhm,
I'm grateful to have a kid like that, but I didn't have those luxuries, and I got
mhm,
tired of getting my ass whipped, so I didn't ask. I just, you know what, you win, fuck it. And again, I'm one of them type of people that detach myself really, really easily, so I was not about to do all of that anyway. I don't have time. You keep your toxicity away from me.
okay.
I'm not that. I don't like a lot of drama. I don't be around a lot of people. I don't start shit, but I will finish that shit. Um, I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna say what I need to say and how I need to say it. I'm gonna express myself, but that's the me now. When I was a kid, I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm an adult, I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say anyway. And what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Not a
And
goddamn thing.
experience is kind of funny the way you describe it compared to me being a kid to the way I am now. Now I'm like, it's not going to affect my life. I'm just gone, moving on. I don't, nowadays I have less of an energy to even want to care because I also think you're an adult. If this doesn't make sense to you and you think it's real, you like it, I
Whatever.
love it. I'm gone.
But
But as
see,
a kid, I
what I
challenge you
don't
more.
deal with because I be in my solitude is none of that. People's opinions. I get every now and again, but because I be in my solitude, I don't have to deal with any of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I be
same
alone.
thing. Same
I
thing.
be
I
alone. So
if
fuck.
I decide not to deal, I don't have to deal. I
I
don't
tell
live
people
up
all the
under
time.
anybody's roof and all
Right.
those
I
things.
tell
So
people all the time, like, well, especially with men, because for some strange reason, everybody think I'm dating or having sex with everybody. I'm not. I be alone by myself for the most part, and I do own toys.
it's you're an attractive woman and it's the social butterfly.
But I'm not outside being social. So if I'm in my home, when you
I'll
call
just
me, what you
but
doing? Sitting in my studio. Who the fuck am I talking to? I'm talking to you, obviously. I'm not talking to I'm in my house. If you ask me, can I come see you? And I say you could come see me, obviously nobody's here. This is bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, that
oh well, look,
probably popped
I
in my
know
head. Sorry.
we've quickly cleared all the time, but I was gonna say
Oh,
with that, you know what it is with men though,
what?
it's the thing of if there is a perceived level of competition for a woman, then that is why that occurs. That is the truth thing though.
Yeah, y'all gotta get out y'all heads. Sometimes it's just bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Motherfucker.
And
I
you
don't
only say
gotta
that
lie to you about, and especially if I'm not in a relationship with you, I don't gotta lie to you about
but you
shit,
say that from a
motherfucker.
woman's perspective though.
I'm saying that from anybody's perspective. You as a man, if you're not in a relationship with somebody and you just like being in solitude, I can't assume that you just out with the bitches. The bitches do that though. They do that. You probably with
Thank
one of
you,
them
T.
bitches. One of them bitches. But
That's what I'm
you
saying.
see, the thing about Cat is Cat always played devil's advocate. I always talk about both sides, man and women. I'm not a gender. It's not a gender thing with me. It's just don't do the bullshit. You don't know what I'm doing. You can't assume that I got a whole bunch of fucking people around me. I don't.
But this
That's
is
your
how it works.
assumption. And what do they say about assumptions? It makes
Make
an
an ass out of
asshole
you
out of
and
you.
me.
Right.
However, even with making an ass out of you and me, the thing is, people can survive if they assume the worst case scenario. If you
You
assume the
can
worst case
survive if
scenario,
you
it
stop
is not as
assuming
bad
shit.
as you thought it was, then it's not that bad.
You can survive regardless. You just stop being a dumbass and just understand that life is lifing and that people are people and people are peopling. And I don't fucking have to lie to you about shit. Fuck, I'm not even in a
But
relationship. I'll be damned if I lie to somebody. Let me get to these love notes. I'll be damned if I lie to somebody
I'm gonna re up
about
while you do the love notes.
all right. Cause I'll be damned, Doc. Like who the fuck I'm lying to? Fuck I gotta lie to you for. What you gonna give me a beating? The fuck? Anyway, let me get to these love notes. Anybody watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, I love you guys so much. This is fun because it gave you a perspective of we'll talk about that in a minute. But these people I'm about to shout out real quick, they are my listening audience. They come, they download the podcast, they show love, and I appreciate them so much for it. So I want to show them how do we come to the name Love Notes? I used to call it Love. Doc used to call it Show Notes. We came to the compromise and we called it Love Notes. So now we don't know, we both win. Also, he said I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not, but it was a lot of papers. But in all fairness, it was a lot of city states and countries on those papers, and so that's why it was so many papers. But we don't do that anymore. Now we do this. Yeah, baby. Let me get all this off the screen first, because I hate when this is on the screen and it blurs out everything that I gotta say, and I don't like that. So let's just do this. Now we do this. We've gone green hunty. We don't even have the stack of papers no more. I gotta find it out. Now we do this. It's all love. Thank you for all of the love. I appreciate all of you guys. Shout out to my top 6, the United States, the United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of the love. I appreciate you so much. Man, that was extraordinary. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, babies. I love you too. Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. And last but not least, Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, and Sweden. Hi, babies. I love you too. Thank you for all of the love. I appreciate all of the listens that you give me, that you download. And it's just wonderful. And I thank you so much. Doc, who the fuck is going to beat my ass? Nobody. Fuck that lying shit. I'm not lying to nobody. I'm not pussyfooting for nobody. I'm pussyfooting. I'm saying my grandmother just popped in my soul. I'm not pussyfooting for nobody. I'm not doing none of that because I don't have no reason to lie. And especially when I pay my own bills and I take care of myself and I do what I need to do for me. How the fuck? And even if I did, even if you did provide a little bit for me, because I'm never not going to work. How the fuck? I'm not lying to you. Fuck you and fuck your lies. Just fuck your lies. I despise liars. That's what it really is. And I'm a horrible liar and I'm a horrible cheater. That's why I just gotta just break away. I rather if I feel that serious about us not being together no more, I need to leave. I don't need to stay in a situation because every time I did, I attempted to cheat on two people in my life, and they was the
why?
One was in high school.
Does those really count though? Do you think they count?
It counts because it was like I got popped by two dudes like at the same time. They backed me in the corner. I was like, you got to choose. Well, I'm choosing him.
What'd you say?
I'm choosing him because he's cuter. I've always been brutally honest. No, and that makes people angry.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. If that ever happened to me, you gotta choose both.
Nah, I didn't want both. I just wanted the one. But look, I was in the one situation. Listen, I was in the one situation first. And then I got the second one. And I didn't want the first one anymore anyway, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And then they backed me into the corner, and then I was brutally honest. Well, if I got to choose, then I'm choosing him because I don't really like you like that. But that was the first time. The other time was in a long-standing relationship, but he had been cheating on me and doing things that I found out a little later on that he was doing. But explain his behavior. Explained a lot about his behavior.
Did you do it as in like get your lick back?
No, I did it because he was beating the shit out of me. Wow, he was trying to beat the. I mean, let me take that back. He was trying to beat the shit out of me because I'm a fighter. So I was giving it like I was getting it, but I just got tired and I was that's where the emotional cheat. But he was cheating on me too. But
him cheating on you had nothing to do with it. It had to do with the physical violence that was occurring.
Yeah, his treatment of me. I mean, the cheating would have probably played a part later, but at the time that I did what I did, it was I was emotionally drained. I was tired of his shit. And I wound up linking up with somebody else.
So they provided the comfort, the care.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. And even that didn't pan out while this motherfucker tried to follow me one night. I was like, I can't keep doing this shit. The person that I wound up cheating on, followed me one night, but I wasn't even going to see the person.
Hold on. I thought it was the other gentleman. It's the person, not gentleman, the other partner. It was the newer partner that followed you.
No, it was the partner that I had. Listen, I don't change nothing. The person I was with, he was beating my ass. I was giving it back. So that's why I did what I did. But then one night I was leaving out to go see. Well, no, I wasn't going to see that person though that night. Actually, I was going to my brother's house who lived like around the corner, not a couple of blocks around the corner, right? Couple of blocks down. But he didn't believe that where I was going and shit. So he followed me, the person that I cheated on. He followed me. And I just, in my mind, was like, this is a lot. this is stressful.
Yeah.
I can't keep doing this shit.
I don't understand
I can't keep doing this shit. This is taking a lot out. It's taking more out of me. That's why I say I'm a horrible cheater. Because it was taking more out of me. I mean, I'm quite sure it was doing a doozy on him, but just the action of having to sneak around and that's a lot.
Like to me, it matters if how much of a risk taker you are. Like I'm a calculated risk taker. I don't just take risk for the thrill of it. I take risk for the calculation of understanding the reward from it. And
That's
to me,
not even a risk I want to take. I quit. I just don't want to be together no more.
yeah,
It's like
rip that
fuck.
band-aid. Rip that band-aid.
It's so stressful trying to be a cheater. You know how many headaches you have? I can't. I can't. And I ain't gonna lie, the person that I wound up cheating on him with, though, was the person that opened my eyes to him cheating on me.
Oh, he was dirty Mac and pillow talking though then.
Yeah, he wanted what he wanted, but he had been saying shit, and shit had been going on because at that point,
Look, next
listen,
time
I'm gonna tell you, at that point,
that was breaking the quote unquote Geico. He was dirty Mac and the pillow
they
talking.
ain't know each other. He just was. Listen, that's why you gotta listen to the situation. So, because they wasn't cool, they weren't homies, they didn't know each other. We moved in the neighborhood. This was this nigga's hood, and when I say this was his hood, this was his hood. And he would see me struggling a lot, but like, you know, we ain't speaking. At first, we wasn't even speaking. And one day he seen me going to the store. No, he seen me on my porch counting some change because I'm trying to get some money together because the person I was with could be a real shithead and leave me struggling from time to time, right?
Why do I have hold on?
Go ahead about his business, living his best life, but I'll be in the house struggling. So one day he seen me counting some change. He just randomly, you know, what's up? You all right? You good? Because he would see me all the time. Like, I'm cool, count my change. He was like, what you going to get? You know, whatever you going to get. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, huh? And he put $50, gave me $50. That's how we got cool. But we still wasn't doing nothing. And then I would leave out and go to work. And the person I was with wasn't working at the time because he had lost his job. And so he would be sneaking the chick in the house when I would go to work. And so one day, yeah, we lived in the same apartment. So one day, the dude that I wound up cheating on him with, he see me coming home from work. He was like, let me holler at you for a second. And I was like, what's up? And he was like, y'all, like y'all together. And I'm like, yeah, we live together. Like we live in the same.
Nah.
And so he was like, y'all,
hold up. No,
listen, you gotta listen. So he be bringing the chicken in every day when you go to work. And I was like, why? He was like, you gotta work tomorrow. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, but I can call out because I really wasn't big on calling out anyway. I like my money. So I was like, yeah, but I could call out. And he was like, all right, do that. Call out tomorrow, and I'm gonna meet you on this street. And then we gonna slide. He had this truck, and it had, I don't know how he didn't get pulled over for that tent, but they really dark tinted windows, right? So we pulled up on the block, and we sat in the car. I had my little, you know, seat leaned back, and I watched as this motherfucker came to because we lived in an apartment building. It was like 3 stories. One of them old buildings, put it like that. It wasn't like originally apartment building. It was a brownstone, but they turned it into apartments. And I sat in that truck and I watched this motherfucker come downstairs because we had 2 doors. The first door you could open, but the second door somebody had to unlock for you. But this motherfucker came all the way downstairs. We lived on the 3rd floor, mind you. Came all the way downstairs, came out the first door, which the door that we have to open for you. Open the door that anybody can open. Let the young lady in, hug her, let the young lady in, and they go in the building. We sat there for a while, right? Smoking, all that good shit.
Really?
Yeah, I was outside because I wanted to see this shit. They went in, stayed there for a little while. We still outside chilling because he was, let's just say he was in charge. The person that told me. He was a boss. Let's just say that. I'm not going to tell his business, but he was a boss in that hood, right? So he ain't really had to worry about nothing. They was getting the money for him and bringing it to him. So we sitting in the truck. I'm watching this shit. They come back out. They holding hands, go to the store together, all kinds of shit. And I'm watching this shit. And I'm like, are you dead ass serious? And that's around the time that I was like, oh, okay. 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 And so then I started messing with D. And we take it out the neighborhood. I never did it in my house. He had spots.
Is it
He had
because
houses.
he opened your mind to something because he was caring and comforting?
No, he opened my mind to you because he wanted to smash. Motherfucker, didn't I tell you who the fuck I am?
Well,
I'm not stupid. I'm far
well,
from dumb. I
but
know
he
men.
was like,
I know men very well. No,
okay,
he
but
told
keep
me
in mind
because he had
the
been checking
thing.
me out for months. I told you he gave me $50 when we first started
Yeah,
speaking.
and this is what I'm asking because one thing I know about you that I love that you say I lived a bunch of different lives before the person that I know is you. And I always wondered if you was walking down the street, something happened, you got sent to the past, and you seen yourself sitting in the truck with old dude in front of that apartment building. If you
Get
could
that
knock on
money,
the window to
bitch.
the car, what would you sell yourself?
Get that money, bitch. You upgraded. You
Okay.
upgraded because, like I said, the dude that I wound up cheating on that person with. I mean, it ain't. I left him. I cheated with the person one time, by the way. I didn't cheat with him. Like, it wasn't a whole bunch of times that we was cheating. We smashed that one time. Then I was just like, I can't do this. This shit giving me a headache. I can't take it. So then I wound up leaving the other person, leaving him completely. And then after I left him, then I resumed my situation with yo. But it wasn't nothing serious. I would say it was a situation shit. We just linked up. It wasn't like I wanted to be his girlfriend or none of that. No, I just got out of I believe firmly when you get out of a relationship, you take your fucking time before you get into another one.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that shit wholeheartedly, which is why I've been single for the last 2 years. Because I spent 5 years in a relationship. I felt like I needed some time. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, after I got away, we broke up with him and I went my own way, he went his, we didn't live together no more. Then I resumed the situation with dude and it was fun. It was fun time and we had fun. So my younger self, have fun, bitch. That's what I'll tell her. That's exactly what the fuck I'll tell her. The nigga was already cheating on me anyway. What the fuck? This is why I said in the first place why I put that like, all right, well, let's just have if we gonna do the relationship thing for right now, and especially when it's fresh, let's just have an open relationship. So that way we can figure this shit out.
I mean,
no. Because I'm tired of fucking getting hurt. And so let's just figure this shit out. So let's just have an open relationship right now. And then we'll figure out if we want to go move on to monogamy later. Maybe when we're old. I don't know.
but
If we
do
get to that.
you? There's the thing that do you? I don't want to say this. The male ego is a weird thing
It is.
because there's things that you can recognize that women want, and if you present them a certain way to them, that is your thing.
Right.
And if it gets taken away because she wants it a different way, in your mind though, as a man, in your mind though, there's some other woman that's going to fully appreciate this. It may not be the woman that I want, but she'll still fully appreciate this. And I kind of think, and I've never heard any woman tell me this yet, and maybe you might be the first.
Okay.
Is the same way from a woman's perspective.
See, I think that is misunderstood why, like I said, when I suggest that scenario, it's not because I want to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
But I said that. I
Because
said in your mind,
I know that he
you're not
wants
going
to
to
do
use it.
other things. No woman wants to be out here just being promiscuous. Well, I take that back. It's some hoes out here that don't give a fuck and they don't mind that shit at all. So I take that shit. But no real woman. That's not a woman. That's a girl. No real woman wants to be out
Wait,
here with
well,
multiple.
that's kind of what to say then, because then it makes me the way I think about it is wait. So young
I don't.
women want to be promiscuous, but
Your age don't make you a woman. Your age
maturity.
never makes you a woman. Just like your age doesn't make you a grown ass fucking man. This is
Yeah,
why I
we
play
brought
both
this up
sides.
when you said that. What you said about the
This is
29 and
grown ass. I
29?
know men right now who are on their way to 50, and they act like little fucking boys, like they 20 years old. So your age don't make you grown. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Your mentality makes
you
you
talking
grown.
about this. The 29 to 29. You said women are more mature at 29 than a man at 29 because the man at
Right.
29 is just gonna be acting like a boy. You
Exactly.
just
I
reiterated it.
know men that are in their 40s on their way to 50, if not just turned 50, that still act like they fucking 29. So your age don't make you grown. You know what I'm saying? Your age don't make
But
you grown. It's your thought process, right? With that being said, um, a woman does not want to be out here with multiple men. She don't.
and generally, I would assume that, but that's also the reason that men would assume that if I say, "Hey, I want a monogamous relationship," even though they're using it wrong, they should say, "I want a one-sided relationship." Because if you don't want to be here with a bunch of men, I
I don't
do want
think
to
they're
be here with
using
a
it
bunch of
wrong. I
women.
think they're using it right for the reason why they got to use it.
You think
I
they
think
use
they
it?
saying what they need to say to get what they want.
Yes. No, we agreed on that. I thought.
But
Did we
nah,
agree
they
on that?
not using it wrong though. Because
I think they use the wrong words. They're not using it.
no, they not using the wrong words. They know exactly what the fuck they are saying to get what the fuck they want. They're not
Yes.
nothing about what they doing is
All right.
they
Well, all
what
right.
they're
Let's
doing
change it
is
real
wrong.
quick. Let's change
What
it real quick.
they're doing is wrong. Well, hold on. What they're doing is wrong, but they know
Okay.
those words are the right words because it's getting them everything they fucking want.
Yes, but then it goes to what I said. That's not full blown honesty because the honesty to them would be, "Hey, I do want to enjoy other women, and I don't want you to enjoy shit but me."
And the bitch gonna be like,
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that's true.
I'm gonna give them
Remember,
all.
you doing all these, you did the old school '80s and shit. Man, what the fuck?
Fuck, nigga. Then that we should go back to the open relationship situation. If we gonna do
But
that, like the fuck, y'all
that's what
so
people
fucking
want.
weird, y'all. Like y'all confusing as fuck, and the shit get on my nerves.
No, it's not confusing because generally they're gonna lie. They're not gonna be honest. What's
Yeah,
not confusing is, hey, I want you. You only need me. I want to have other stuff. You can't have other stuff. That is really what it comes down to. On
that's what they should say, but then they know they're gonna get a.
true, true, true.
So no, they saying exactly what they need to say to get what they want,
So,
but their actions in which they're taking is wrong.
okay, this is my last question because you did something. What would women say that is the same equivalent to what I'm saying that I think men generally would want to say that they don't, unfortunately?
Just go with the fucking open relationship, you numbnut. You win. You get everything you just asked for. You
But they
win.
don't want her to be with anybody else.
That's not to say that she just because she said that she has the option doesn't mean that she's going to go
No,
there.
I'm a person that thinks that way. I'm like, I got to do something really fucked up to make her exercise her option. And she probably be
Then
upset
you
and
know
mad.
that you did something fucked up, so you should reflect on yourself. I was getting ready to say that, but you just answered it for me. That sounds
Well,
like a
yeah,
you problem.
no, but that means that, hey, I met this person. I want to engage with them. She's really cute. She's attractive. I'm a person that's honest like that. Then it comes to her. Because then if something goes wrong, I'm
Just
like,
because you
oh,
don't want her to do it, that sounds like a you problem, but you understand what the
no, I was saying
situation
that
is.
I would tell her if I came across a woman that like, hey,
That's honesty though. But see, that's honesty. She not mad now because you're honest. I respect the person that's honest with me
I think
way
she
more
would
than
feel
I,
that.
I ever in my life respect the person that
No,
lied to me.
hold on. I
You
think she
lie to
would feel
me,
that.
and I either I know that you lying or I find out that you lying. All my
Mhm.
respect goes out the door. So I'd rather you be honest. Oh, I seen this girl today. She was cute as shit. Oh, no, holler at her. I did holler at her, whatever the case may be. Okay, all right. Well, then that's what you're doing. But you can't have it just one-sided. You have to be honest with yourself and say, now, if she did this shit to me, would I be okay with it? No, the fuck I won't. Every time a woman goes out and cheats on a man, it's way worse. His reaction to her cheating on him
Hell
is
yeah.
way worse than it
Yes.
her reaction to him cheating on her, on him. I mean, on her.
Yes.
Ever
No,
is.
you are 100% right.
Men can't handle that shit. So don't
No,
start no shit, won't be no shit. How about that?
you are right. It is 100% different the way we would handle it if my woman cheated on me.
I done seen niggas cry. I mean, I only cheated twice, and that shit gave me a headache. I had to quit.
Cause
I done seen
and
men
maybe look,
outside like, oh my god, she cheated on me. I'm
no,
gonna kill myself. I done seen
because
all that shit.
look, I put it to the thing weird equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fucked up equivalent, but it is, if you really think about what I'm about to say, it makes sense.
Right.
If I'm a hunter and I hunt and I caught my prize,
Right.
I'm happy. On my way back to bringing my hunt to my village, or basically your village is your ego.
Right.
Something comes along and takes it from me, and I know I put in whatever level of, which generally men are gonna say, I put in the work,
Right.
because I think women, you ain't gonna get me unless you make me feel that you're deserving of my time, my
Mm-hmm.
my thoughts, my processes, and all these things. That is a loss that we as men have to deal with. And yes, that is also sadly why I understand when a man loses the woman that he thought was going to be his, and that's
Right.
very fucked up the way I'm saying it.
Mm-hmm.
His,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to cry. And to me, the equivalent. I know you are a NFL fan, a sports fan. It's the same thing when they show grown men losing the Super Bowl and they're crying.
Yeah.
The amount and
That's the
value of work
that's the other reason why grown ass men cry.
when you felt you put in all this effort and work to get your win, but
Right.
something happens and it's not your win. And
Right.
yes, sports is one thing, but it's just the unfortunate competitiveness of survival, hunt, and gather resources that we have when it gets lost.
I get
But
it.
that part, and I'm gonna end this because I'm looking at the time too.
Yeah.
That part
I
is
get
that there is a level that women don't get that part about it, because the dudes that win, people like them. Women love them. If
right.
you are a winner, women will love you.
Right.
But let that winner hit that one loss and that one woman's around him, it's going to be the most fucked up and weirdest thing for that woman to experience. But also, that is the most rawest, that winner that you probably would ever see, because that's, they tripped, they fell, and they are
Right.
struggling to get the fuck back up. But if that woman was around to experience that, that is the
Right.
most rawest thing you will see about that person. And that goes for a corporate executive, a drug dealer, whoever you want to be. If that man starts doing that and you're the woman that's in his presence, that
Right.
was a real loss to them.
Right. I know. Shit, I got brothers. I know. I
Well,
know.
the brother thing don't fully count because
No.
you are also privy to them when they were younger and you knew how
No,
they
it counts because I watched a lot of the fuck shit that they did, the foul shit, because I don't take no side. You fucking trifling, you trifling. I don't do that.
you don't rock with the family of family.
Hold on, let me finish. I don't
Okay.
do no taking no sides. If he was a piece of shit, he was a piece of shit. I got a cousin right now that one of my closest friends and he were together, and I had to call a spade, and that's my family. And I still love him to death. I see him all the time. We, hey, cuz, whatever. But I call a spade a spade. That's the
Okay.
thing that I'm trying to convey to you. I really am. I hate to call myself, but I can really be an asshole.
Agreed.
I'm a brutal fucking person, and I don't give a fuck when nobody's gonna tell me what I'm supposed to say, how I'm supposed to say it, what I'm supposed to think. None of that shit. That's why I say this shit at the end of the show, because I really believe that shit. So I've seen men do foul ass shit to fucking bitches. Even not only my brothers, my homeboys, because I hang with fellas. I've seen that shit where they went out and they did their dirt, and then when she went and did that shit back, them niggas was outside. Oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to
Destroyed.
kill myself.
Destroyed.
Oh my god,
Because
this bitch. But not thinking about the shit that they did that led up to that. I said most women are emotional cheaters.
yeah.
It led up to that. You led up to
Well,
you made that happen. But I digress. Me personally, I'm not cheating on you. I'm just gonna leave your sorry ass alone, and that's gonna be that. And then you gonna be hurt in the way, damn, this bitch looking good. She doing good. Oh, that's my revenge, sweetie. Huh. I ain't got time to be cheating. I don't, cause it give me a headache, yo. Like it really, that shit. I tried it. Fuck, who got time for that headache, nigga? Fuck cheating on you. I'm just gonna leave your ass alone. That's the best revenge I could ever get on you, and do fabulous after I leave you alone. That's the best revenge I could ever get. I ain't gonna rub shit in your face either, but you gonna see it because I live in Baltimore City. I mean, I live in Baltimore. It's small. You gonna see it. And if you don't see it in Baltimore and we dated and you lived in another state, you're gonna see it on the internet anyway. So fuck it. I'm not doing all that shit. I refuse. I put my foot down. I ain't got time to be doing no revenge cheating, and I ain't got time for these headaches. Shit, I'm already dealing with women issues. Now you want to add headaches to it? I'm not doing that, Doc. Wasting my energy and shit. But anyway, Doc said we worldwide. Honesty is the best way. It is. To be honest is the shit. You be honest with me, you can go a long way with me, bro. Even if I decided I don't want to be with you no more, we might can still smash because I respect you.
That's extra, but okay.
We might can still smash because I respect you. But I don't mean I'm gonna be in a relationship with you. That we might. I'm single, so I do what I want when I'm single. We might can still smash. Tuck said, "Top flight, catch the vibes. Relationships are some of the most rewarding things in life. Also, the most difficult. Yes, the hell they are. Another human being and they feelings. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm mad at a situation. And not to say that I don't want to be in a relationship, but it got to be the right relationship. It got to really, I got to see all, like, it really works for me because I'm not just jumping into anything. Fuck that shit. That's why I've been single for as long as I've been single. I had a couple of opportunities, but then the shit just was like, oh, you get on my nerves. I don't even like you. Now imagine if I would have jumped into the relationship before I figured out that I ain't like the motherfucker. That's just get to know the person. Honestly, sit down, have conversation, talk to them, figure out if that's somebody that you can deal with.
Well, I'm sorry. I know you're doing it.
Yeah, ask questions, huh? And they can lie to you, but at least you could tell. You could kind of tell a lie from the truth. You can if you pay attention.
Okay. I'm looking at the time, and I'm like, this has been this time has flew by for
I
this
know. It did.
one. A bunch of other things I would like to ask, but I would say maybe this is me suggesting. Out of the month, we at least add this in
once a month.
Once. I think this is court cases are cool, and I enjoy the fuck out of them, and I love them, and they are wild as fuck. But this is my first time actually participating with you in a wet and wired Wednesday.
Right. Because I stopped doing them for a while because, like, people, I don't know. But I think we can incorporate them once, like one wet and wired Wednesday a month. Or maybe, depending, we could do two, but, these court cases be child.
So because right now, look, I'm going to do what you do. If we do another one, I got some questions to ask you as a woman.
All right. Yeah, do that. But you see how I come. That's how I come on a wet and wired Wednesday. I've been coming like that. And then I also have tips for keeping it spicy. But I'll talk about that too.
Let me be quiet for the rest of it.
Yeah, I got tips for that. We talk about that too. I'm not doing that tonight, but
okay. I thought it was part of it.
But for future ones, so I do that too. So we could do though. We could throw some of them in, just so I won't always be sitting in a dark place with the diddler and the drain and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Fact.
And Kanye West. But yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Well, maybe once, or maybe we'll switch it up from
whatever you think works. But this is my first time for this, and I enjoyed it because it's not just reading a court case. It was more of
right.
Because I got some questions for you.
Okay, well, right on down. We're gonna do it again.
Woman perspective. Let me say that. Not for you.
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna definitely do it again. But that's what a wet and white Wednesday looks like. Because you said you never did one, so here you go. This is what it looks like. Here we go. This is what it looks like. But y'all, let me say these things real quick. I'm gonna make it quick because we got to get to the other things I need to say. You want to hit us up for any reason? Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. contact@ambitiouslyent.com. Remember, you can always join the conversation. You can call in or text. I'm not doing a number. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You don't see it. That's not my problem. That sounds like a you problem, not a me. So I know I'm not going to be rude. Like, share, and subscribe to this. Hit that like button, man. It don't cost you nothing to just hit like. It costs you nothing. I don't take requests. We know why. Every video I play, I have permission to play, and my DJ do his thing, so leave him alone. Oh, y'all, this Friday's mix is a track mix. Just to let y'all know. Because I find out first. So yeah, this Friday's mix is a track mix. I don't have it yet. He told me, he wanted to make sure it was cool, and I was like, yeah. Join our coffee community so I can cuss. And so we can have these kind of conversations, but a little bit deeper. Because I like to dig deep. A little bit deeper. This is the type of conversations I want to have on coffee, to be honest with you. So join our coffee community. Yeah. And if you want to know how to get to our coffee community without worrying about trying to catch it on the screen, you can go in the description above or below. But this is really how you can really get there from there. www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com, baby. Hey, you big perv bitches. I can say it now. I can say it. Hey, you big perv bitches. Big shout out to our DJ Rukazi. Mad love for him. He holds it down for this podcast. That's how I already know that the mix. I don't know what's on there, but I know it's a track mix, and I'm ready for it. Might be up in here like slow. Oh my bad. I was about to go crazy. Might be up in here going crazy. And don't forget to let us know how you feel about these mixes. That's very important. We should have since he already got an idea what he want to do, we should have the mix no later than Thursday. Because he got that piece of equipment that he sent me the picture of, and I was like, "Oh, you showing off? Oh, you showing off?
What it is?
Yeah, showing off. I can't wait for the event because he really want to use that at that event. But whatever. All right, so I can't wait. But yeah, that's that. So now we gotta get to the things that I really gotta get to because we talked about. You miss your yo-yo. Who's your yo-yo? What?
I don't think I put yo-yo in the chat.
I miss mine and then say yo. Oh, you miss your yo-yo. Oh no, you didn't, because things was weird today. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, I was like, who's your yo-yo? Oh, but you put it.
No, I didn't put my yo-yo. Well, I didn't see rock either, but I was looking at it.
Like, yo. Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out.
That's gonna go hard. But no, I was looking. I'm like, oh, well, you said the lights. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't hear my light, and I need my yo-yo.
All right. So let me say the things that I really need to say at the end of this podcast, though, which is mind your business, except for on Media Mondays, where I'm telling everybody's business. Because I told y'all, I said this whole show, I'm nosy as fuck. I need to have the answers. Yeah, I'm definitely telling everybody.
Part of the nosiness. That's part of understanding somebody.
Okay. All right, you're right. But I'm nosy as fuck. We not get ready to do that, Doc. I'm nosy. Thank you for trying to sweeten it up for me and make it all lovely and cushy and stuff. I'm nosy as shit. Tap in. I try not to tell people business, but sometimes it gets hard and it just slips out. I really tell my business on the tap in. These last ones we've been doing because it's the 80s and 90s. I've been telling my own business. And some of my family members. Shh. They don't know. Shh. And the wiretap, I'm definitely telling your business if you got a court case. For sure, I'm telling your business. Don't be despicable. Don't be depraved. Don't be the rest of our vocabulary words. Just don't be it. Heinous. Don't be these things. Just don't be them, and don't get a court case so I won't have to, and don't be famous and I won't tell your business. That's the answer to that. And then obviously on Wet and Wired Wednesdays we have titillating conversation.
My first time.
Yeah, welcome to Wet and Wired Wednesday.
Thank you.
We have titillating conversation. Doc ain't in a hurricane right now down in Georgia.
I am not.
But yeah, we have our titillating conversation, and tonight was the first time Doc joined me for a Wet and White Wednesday. It was fun. It was fucking fun, and I enjoyed it, um, very much. But other than that, mind your business. That's it. Love your babies, hug your babies. They about to go back to school, so they need it more than ever. We got a couple of more weeks here in Baltimore. Tell them babies that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. They need that encouragement. It is your job to encourage them. If they want to work for NASA, tell them be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever the hell else they do over there. NASA is space. And I got my telescope. If they want to if they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the best. NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, engineer, because I know they got them over there. All I know is that they got a need for speed, and they at one point in time they used to love muscle cars. I'm getting that one down the street, but they used to love muscle cars, and your girl will always love muscle cars, so they cool with me. But the point is, whatever it is that they want to do, tell them that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all freaking time. That's not GOAT, but the greatest of all time, but greatest of all freaking time. And that's that, and that's that. Ah, warning time. Warning. You know what? I'm gonna put some sound effect on here, and it's gonna be like,
No, Kill
warning.
Bill, Kill Bill, Kill Bill.
Which where? What part?
Remember when she went into her zone?
Oh yeah. Or I could just do the whistle. No, I don't want to do the whistle because she was a little insane. But anyway, I love Kill Bill, by the way. That's one of my favorite movies. All right. So here's the fair warning, because you should have the fair warning. I feel like it's only fair that you have the warning. Stay in your lane. Stay there. Right over there. Don't get in my lane. My lane is over here. Your lane is over there. You just heard her, but you're going here again because you jump in my lane. Bitch, you getting it. You don't want her. You don't want her at all. You want her. Or at least her, AU Big Purr. AU Big Purr, bitches. Because listen, when Cat is purring, Cat is a happy, happy girl. You don't want the first one. She evil as shit. Leave her where she at. Don't break the glass. Don't push the button. Like, leave her with her cub over there with the gazelle. They eating. They living life. They happy. Not bothering nobody. Okay? Leave her over there. And what usually happens when you jump into somebody's lane is a collision. And who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we. So just stay in your lane. Which leads to my next point. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Because if you jumped in my lane, you did not pick your battle wisely. You didn't pick it wisely. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Matter of fact, J. Cole, thank you, bro, for listening. Fuck the battle. Don't worry about the battle. Worry about the war. The war is the most important thing. You can lose the battle and live to fight another day, but the most important thing is to win the war. And Mobb Deep told y'all a long time ago that there's a war going on outside of that no man is safe from. He also said you can run, but you can't hide forever in these streets that we done took. And I'm stopping there. They was wise. Real wise. Real wise. It's hard not to do the song though. I'll be trying. It's like it's me and my soul. I have to repress it so that I don't do it, but I want to. But yeah, worry about the water. Fuck the battle. The battle is not worth it. Just fuck it. We all fighting a war out here. Worry about the war. And then let me bring my. I don't know where she is though. I'm concerned about her. But Lizzo did listen at one point in time. I am because she just went MIA. Be who you are. Matter of fact, before I say all of that, rest in peace to authentic John Doe. Tribute coming real soon, boo boo. And I talked to a couple of people that you might got some things popping. Talk about that later for the event anyway. But be who you are. Be your authentic self. Don't let nobody tell you who the fuck you supposed to be, how the fuck you supposed to dress, how you supposed to talk, who you supposed to hang with, what you supposed to. None of that. You just do what you are. What is for you to do? What's in your heart to do? Everybody Everybody's out here acting crazy. We just talked about it. Me and doctors had a whole conversation about nutcases. Well, because they be doing stupid shit in
I
relationships.
just say there are people doing what they want to do. The same thing you're
Nutcases.
advocating for. That's all I'm saying.
All right, you know what? I'm not advocating for him, so he can calm down. You out here dealing with nutcases, so get the shit together. I'm saying it. Cat Lee is saying it, okay? Because ain't no shame in my game, and I ain't scared of shit. I said it. Now, with that being said, you can't please everybody. Everybody's not going to be happy with all of the things that you do, say, or whatever that shit is. Only person that can make you happy is you. They can add to your happiness, but they can't make you happy. That starts with the inside.
Right.
So be who you are going to be.
Right.
You come in this world, even if you're a twin, you still coming out by yourself, right? And when you dying by yourself. So why not make yourself happy? How about that? Little advice. I love you. Doc, this is fun.
Yes.
This is why I stopped doing Wet and White Wednesdays too, because I be saying crazy shit.
No, it's nothing crazy. It's just that I fully understand that your position in the pain is yours alone. And
Yeah.
also,
No, not nothing to do with what you had to say. I just say outlandish shit sometimes. It don't got nothing to do with our conversation. And when you weren't here, this is the shit I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So
it makes sense to me though, and I respect and appreciate it because I do think that you are giving me a honest and fair balance about the way you see things and also things that you have experienced.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the same thing to you. This is honesty right now.
Yeah.
You don't owe me nothing. I don't owe you anything.
We just being honest.
Yeah. So it's just experience. Now, I do have a question though.
What? All right.
Did you watch the video that I sent?
No, I told you the shit that I've been in here working on. I'm trying to put together an event.
That's all I asked. Because
I gotta do work. Oh wait, and I ain't even put my shit on the screen. Hey, you big purr.
Oh.
Bitches.
Okay.
I gotta do that. I have to do that before I leave here. I cannot not put
and
that.
The only two Harleys you get to see. And
the
that's
only
just like
I gotta free the Harleys.
No, the two Harleys.
I'm running a campaign right now. Free the Harleys.
The two Harleys you see for the AU Big Purr, those are just visitation.
They're the only two I got right now. I gotta get my bottom bitch
no,
out of prison.
You don't got them. They're just visitation. That's visitation. You gotta hit the road for a minute.
I'm waiting to see my bitches. I gotta free my bottom bitch. That's really who I gotta free. I gotta free my bottom bitch. I can be okay with the other ones being in there for a little while, but my bottom bitch, she gotta be free. Free my bottom bitch. Anyway, but nah, this is what a Wet and White Wednesday is. We will be doing these more often because Doc said he wouldn't mind indulging these conversations. We got to get out of here. We ran well over our allotted amount of time. We breaking on 2 hours right now. We got to go. We love y'all. This was extraordinary. It was fun. Hey, you big purr bitches. I'm in the visiting room waiting to see my bitches. I'll see y'all later. So I got to get out of here. Bye, y'all. We gone. We out. Free my bitches, the Harleys. Free my bitches. All right, we gotta go. Bye.
Oh,